welcome back to Casual Gamer Oz, continuing our F1 2016 Career Mode Season 1. We're driving with Sauber. The driver's name is Ben Waterworth. The host name of this show is Ben Waterworth. I'm talking to you right now. As you can see, we're starting a little bit different this time around because we've got a new rival, and I thought we'd talk about that in just a moment. But before we do, recap of our last round in Austria. Decent qualifying, 9th position on the grid. I was very, very happy with that in a circuit that I like. The race itself got a decent start. Vettel got taken out by his teammate Raikkonen right in front of me, so therefore I was able to fight my way with some Force Indias, lost the position to Perez, gained it back, overtook the other Force India of Hulkenberg, and had a great run on Felipe Massa, but unfortunately I risked it a little bit too much to get the biscuit, spun out, and in the process of returning to the track, got sort of taken out by my teammate, limped home to dead last and 21st position. So let's move into Silverstone. As you can see, I've got a new rival. We defeated Kevin Magnussen, the pesky little ball sucker, and we've now got Gents. So I'm quite confident that we can beat Jensen Button. Because he's the guy directly ahead of me in the championship. So there we go. Again, not huge on this whole rival system. I think it kind of doesn't really bring much to the game, but hopefully when it comes to F1 2017, maybe they have improved it. I'm not too sure. It's one of these things I actually haven't read too much about. So we will see. But Silverstone, is it raining? Probably. It doesn't really... I can't tell from that picture. It's grey skies. I don't know. We'll soon find out. We're on the soft, so I'm guessing it's just overcast. Yeah, Silverstone is a track that I've never really been too big on, and particularly since this reformat of it. I can't remember what year it was. I think it was, what, 2010 maybe? Someone can correct me with that. I much prefer the old layout that they had here at Silverstone. It still confuses me, kind of having all these corners that we're on right now being the opening of the lap rather than, you know, sort of the middle section of the circuit. You know, this section here, you know, back from the old days when people remember Silverstone, not at the beginning, but here we go. I mean, it's a fast, sweeping circuit, and, you know, it's not the worst, it's not the best. I just think it's a little bit of an overrated track, if I'm being completely honest. Probably not a overall popular opinion amongst F1 fans, but this, to me, is still the last corner of Silverstone. Always will be the last corner of Silverstone, and it still feels weird that we're now basically halfway through the circuit. Now, I'm currently on top 10 pace. I'm in 7th. I'll take it. Whoa, and I'm just... Oh, shit, what the hell was that? I braked way too early, caused myself to run wide, and should have ended up in the barriers there, to be honest. And let's see how we go here. Oh, yeah, that's not feeling too great, Ben, and that's going to cost you a shitload of time. As a matter of fact, you're dead last all of a sudden. So what was looking like a top 10 place is going to be dead last again. We bring ourselves up to Stowe. Oh, goodness me. Alright, well, I kind of talked myself out of, I think, the top 10 here. I was willing to choke, and that's kind of what happened. But the flip side, I can be a little bit more aggressive tomorrow, I feel, in race day. I think that I will have a lower expectation put upon me, and we'll go dead last. Alrighty. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Further back than you like. You wanted me to finish in 21st. I've got one place behind it. Good job, bro. Good job. So, yeah, that's Silverstone. It'll probably be a wet race, knowing my luck. Let's forget about qualifying. And I say let's move straight into the race. Now, of course, we have some upgraded parts on the car. Our fuel is nearly, our fuel system is nearly 5 out of 5 upgraded. And I think what I might do is I might cease development on the car after we get that fuel tank completely upgraded, because if you do cease your upgrades at a certain point, I think you get like a 20% increase if you stay with the same team going into the next season. So it's a bit of a strategic play there, and we'll see how we can obviously go. Getting my ass wiped already by Jensen, and look, it's going to be raining on race day. What a fucking surprise. We're in Britain and it's going to be wet. It's kind of one of these races that you always expect to be wet when you come into playing this game. I don't think I've ever had any British Grand Prix on F1 2016 where one session hasn't at least been wet, be it qualifying or the race. So here we go, the race is wet. Let's take a look at the grid. We've got Mercedes in the front row, Red Bull catching up. They had the win last round, and we have got Ricciardo on the front row again. Good job. Very the same top 4 as we had in Austria. So we should have Ferraris next. Yes, we do. Do we have Williams or McLarens next? We have Williams. They're improving themselves. Then we have our McLarens, Jensen Button, my rival. Then the Force Indias. We have Romain Grosjean, Sainz, the surprising Manor, still going to get some points there for them. Magnussen and Kvyat, the Toro Rossos are having a terrible season. And the Saubers, there we are, dead last on the back of the grid. Fair enough, let's move into the race. So I'm guessing my prediction should be 21st as per usually the case. Yes, it is. So basically, I'm just going to finish ahead of my teammate. It's pretty standard. Let's see how we go. If it was a dry race, I'm going to say, fuck it, let's go aggressive. But given it's wet, I think this is one of those ones that I think if I just tiptoe a little bit, I should be able to make up some positions. And I'm going to go into the first corner here and tiptoe it completely and easily take the Manners and the Renaults. Just if I don't slide away. At least this isn't Baku, so I'm not going to break and slide into a wall. If I break and slide, I'll just go off the circuit. We're still on the Interzone, which is incredibly interesting, given that how much it's pissing down with rain at the moment. So, yeah. Weather effects are brilliant, though, still. I mean, I actually did... I might have mentioned this in a few races ago, I can't actually remember. But I read somebody was kind of comparing F1 2016 and talking about the weather effects in F1 2017. And they mentioned that they thought the weather effects in F1 2016 were quite poor. And I thought, well, what fucking game are you playing, mate? I think those are the best they've ever been in the Formula 1 game. It's one of the actual things that Codemasters do actually improve each year. I mean, they always talk up improvements and everything along those lines. And, you know, one thing I will commend Codemasters on since they took over the Formula 1 game. Whoa, that was a bit of a sneaky little slide. The weather effects do improve every year, and it is very difficult to drive in the wet. As you can see, oh, wow. That was called cautiousness there, that I decided to tiptoe myself back in the circuit. Wow, that was interesting. But again, no damage done for once to the car, and as, of course, we've only got to finish in the top 21, so I'm dead last at the moment, but I should easily get back up to these cars. It's on the first lap too, so plenty of time to catch up. I'm confident in my abilities that I can, for once, do as I meant to. Live up to these expectations. Bring back the Canadian style. Whoa. That was a good save there, Ben. Oh, no. This is tight racing there. Is that Carlos? Come on, Carlos. Oh, you little prick. He got a bit aggressive there. Did I get damage to the front wing there? A legal overtake? For what? He pushed me off the circuit. Oh, now I'm starting to get my Hulk smash angriness. That's bullshit. Alright, now I've really damaged my front wing. Where's the yellow flag coming from? Welcome to Casual Gamer Oz. It should be called Shit Gamer Oz. Yeah, that was bullshit that I had to let Kvyat back pass. He pushed me off the track. And was I not already ahead of him? Again, we shall see on the replay post-Grand Prix. Okay, so now I'm a lot further back from my teammate, and I've got a damaged front wing in a very wet Grand Prix. If this was a longer race than 5 laps, I would pit, change the front wing, and whack on some wets. There's really no point in doing that, because if I do that, there's going to be no way in hell that I catch up to anybody. If maybe my teammate pitted or somebody else pitted in front of me, then sure, it might be worth the risk, but there really is no apparent risk to doing that. So I'm just going to limp around here and see if I can somehow catch up to my teammate without bidding it in the meantime. So I'm just going to get that 21st position and try and break this duck of not finishing higher than where I qualify. As I think I said in the last Grand Prix in Austria, I've only done it once from memory, and that was in Australia, where I technically qualified last, and I, finished 16th in that race? Or was it 20th? No, I can't remember. That was 21st, actually, wasn't it? So, generally, my trend is to always fall back. Even when I finish in pole position, I only get a second. So, yeah. Anyway, let's concentrate here. We're doing good here. We're catching Felipe. Felipe is not faster than you. Yes, yes, yes. I know what I'm doing. Leave me alone. Alright. Stop making with that. Concentrate, concentrate, concentrate. We go into our third lap. We are 1.4 behind Mr. Nazar. How Nazar? Do-do-do, do-do-do. How Nazar? How Nazar? Do-do-do. Hello to all our OMC fans listening to or watching. so used to podcasts that I forget you're actually watching this and not listening. And again, you're throwing stuff at your computer screen right now. Fucking drive the car correctly, you fucking sack. You think casual gamer Oz? This is shit gamer Oz. Turn off the racing line, you're terrible. That's the exact recreation of a view watching this video on YouTube. Right. I do seem to be catching him ever so slightly, and I will say the handling of this car, famous last words, I believe I did say this in Bahrain, the handling isn't too bad. And I've kind of, I feel, gotten used to it. It's just the sliding of the car which is annoying. But there you go. Right. So, maintain this. No, you're going to run wide. Don't spin on the curb there, Ben. Yeah, I'm not really getting that gap back, am I? I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to be dead last here, folks. Maybe my option is I should like back off and deliberately take out the leader. So therefore that I will at least finish in 21st. There's strategic elements to this game, folks, if you're coming in dead last and you can't really do anything about it. Yeah, I'm 2.5 behind Felipe now. I am royally screwed. Let's put up on the rich. That's not going to do much. Remember the wet. So, if anything, it's probably going to make me lose, yeah, petrol. Although Felipe there didn't have a very good section because I really bridged the gap there. Did he have an off? Not too sure. Maybe Manisha's on the radio, perhaps. I don't know. Ben, it's faster than you. She's not British. I know that, but yeah. Or is she British? She's British. Anyway, I missed Manisha. Manisha was good. I met Manisha. Very nice lady. Very, very nice lady. It was actually Australian Grand Prix one year. Walking into the circuit with my friend Sam, and basically she was walking in. She sort of was walking in the same entry with another Sauber mechanic, and kind of just walked past us. And Sam and I were like, "Morning, Manisha. Good luck." And she was like, "Oh, thank you." So, yeah. And I'm not sure if she's actually signed an order, because I don't think she's one that comes out and signs much when we've been in the autograph pen. We definitely haven't interviewed her. So, there's a Manisha Kauterborn story for you. If you have your own, by all means, comment. We can turn this into the Manisha Kauterborn Appreciation channel. Sadly, no longer at Sauber. But, yes, good old plucky little Sauber. I think F1 2017, I've decided when I get the game, I believe I'm going to start with Toro Rosso, just because that's a very beautiful looking car in 2017. So I think we might get rid of the Torpedo Kvyat, and will be Carlos Sainz's teammate, very underrated driver. And similar to what I thought of Nazar, but since kind of Nazar's gone, no one's really mentioned his name anymore, sadly. But yeah, well, that's how I think I'm going to start F1 2017, folks. You've heard it here first. I'm sure you're all looking forward to F1 2017. I am very much looking forward to F1 2017. It is going to be fantastic, and the classic car content as well. I know we're all very much looking forward to hearing how an F1 car should sound. The high-pitched scream, not this dull little mute engine sound. Alright, we're pushing ourselves into the last lap here, and I have bridged this gap to my teammate. We're now, well, it says 2.5, but that's a lot closer on circuit than we have been. So, it always seems to be that last part of the circuit that creeps up on it. So if I get close enough, I'm risking it. There's nothing to lose here. Risk it to get the biscuit. Clearly that's my mantra this season, and more often than not I'm left without a biscuit. So let's try and get the damn biscuit, because Ben Waterworth, he's a hungry fucker, and he wants to eat a bloody biscuit. So let's catch up to our man Nazar. Let's not spin ourselves out a little bit too much. I mean, I guess positive note, if I don't catch him, at least it looks like I'll finish the Grand Prix. Famous last words. I'll probably just jinx myself again, but hey, that's all I've done all season. I wonder who's going to win this race. Hopefully Danny Rick can get 2 wins in a row. But oh, Danny Rick, it's interesting supporting people, computer cars in this race. Anyway, let's pump it here, Ben. Come on, Ben. Do it for Sauber. Do it for the great nation of Switzerland. Catch up to your teammate. Everybody watching this in Switzerland, in Geneva, they're all on the edge of their seats. Who will finish in 21st position for the great, iconic Sauber team? One of the greatest things that Switzerland has ever produced. That and Roger Federer, because you can compare the two, apparently. Not really. Oh, Lewis won. He won his home Grand Prix. What a surprise. All right, into Stowe. Come on. Come on, Ben. Let's do this. Get out of the way, Felipe Nazar. Nazar. How Nazar. Do. Oh, no. I think that, unless I can somehow find a way here. Oh, I'll tell you what. You're just being sneaky now. Yeah. Even in trying to cheat, you can't do it. Oh, all that effort. And it's not going to work. Oh, well. Yeah, thanks, Jeff, you motherfucker. I'm going to see this replay because I definitely feel there was a bit of bullshit going on in terms of me getting that warning. So let's quickly take a look at the replay here. Yeah. I think if I fast forward, that probably works best. Get some good moves going on there. Fantastic. Oh, Renault, that was a nice little move. Now this is round about where things start to go a bit airy. I've got the Renault, basically, I keep having Renaults up my butt this season. They like the bottoms, they are the Renaults. I'm not commenting on that. Now I'm getting very close here to the Toro Rosso. Now is this where I shove it on this side? Yep, I do. Now I spin, sort of, lose some positions. And that was obviously signs, because here's Skiviat all the way down the back. And what's going on here? Whereabouts is this? I think it's going to be up here a little bit further. Again, this is great for you to watch. I know I probably could have edited all this out, but again, I like to keep things a bit exciting. Aha! Now, this is where things get interesting. We need to cut away from this angle here, cameraman, thank you. We're not going to see anything. Now, look at that. He pushes me off. Now, he's been held back because he's pushed me off. And then I get a penalty. I get a warning for that. That is ridiculous. Again, the inconsistencies of this game and its system. Look at that. He drives into me, shoves me off. I've got no other option. It's not my fault he's slow coming out of that corner. So therefore, that is bullshit. So I've slowed down to let him back through. And as I've come into this corner, I've clipped my teammate, and there you go. That is what cost me anything in this race. Fuck you, Daniel Kvyat, you torpedo. That's bullshit. Hamilton, Rosberg, Ricciardo dropped back to third, Raikkonen, Verstappen, Bottas, Button, Vettel, Massa, Perez, and then championship, Hamilton leading by 7 points. Rosberg, Ricciardo, Vettel, Raikkonen, Verstappen, Bottas, Perez, Button, Alonso, and I'm in 11th. And constructors-wise, Mercedes, Red Bull, Toro Rosso, yeah, everything's changed. Not really. Williams in 5th. Force India moves down into 6th. Haas, the last point scorer there ahead of Toro Rosso. Okay, we're off to Hungary next, folks. I'm pissed off. This has been Casual Gamer Oz. Thank you for your company. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for watching this little video, and we will speak to you next time when we cover our next efforts in Hungary. Thank you very much, and good night.